So, Ward, what can you tell us about Ward?
Well, let's see. He is an 8th generation Tremere. Was born in the 70s or late 60s. He's a vampire of the 80s, more or less, and was recruited by the Tremere for his abilities, and willingly, mostly studied in technology, began his career studying in medicine, and then eventually moved towards technology as born database pharmaceutical type work, but eventually gained a taste for the occult and caught the attention while at Harvard of the Tremere locally, and was recruited there, and eagerly joined up as soon as he found out that there was something to all of this occult study that he had been doing, and has since then been...
So really likes being a vampire.
Yes, not so much for the physical aspect of eternal life and strength and remaining beautiful for his none of the vain reasons, but more for a quest for deeper understanding of the mysteries of the universe. Very much the truth is out there, but it's it's in blood magic, which, moving on to disciplines, is where 90% of his energy has been spent. He has mastered.
A good effect.
Yeah, he's mastered a veritable toolbox of paths, 4 different paths that he's dabbled in now, including everything from telekinesis to through movement of the mind, which he mastered first, up through the traditional path of the blood. Had to go back and get his remedial education, and then on to things like technomancy, as he started to adapt technology to his new occult studies. But then also heavily invested into Auspex later on to kind of further develop his magical awareness, as he picked up a Tremere specialty to observe magical auras with that. So more or less his role in the group has been toolbox here and there, but also he does have the lowest current humanity, I believe. Even Vincent has.
What are you rocking?
Higher. A very chilly 5. Due to an unfortunate murder. Now, I'll point out that he's never been overtly evil. He certainly took no pleasure in. He took less pleasure in harming people than, say, Vincent did on one particular assignment. He's even He's even saved the life of occasional civilians. A little girl that'll be noteworthy later on. However, it's always been with a purpose in mind, and that, if anything, describes him as being practical and pragmatic to a fault, loyal to the people closest to him, but that's a very short list. Pretty much everybody within arm's reach, and anybody beyond that is useful or an obstruction. And so, yeah, he's teetered on the brink of, I like to put it, he's one bad day from being a supervillain. He's rather, let me put it this way. What is it they say about that? It's he's one experiment away from being a mad scientist, or redeeming himself. Could go either way still.
Yeah, we could. All right. Well, thank you for that.
Oh, and recently he may or may not have developed a lack of a soul. We'll find out. Could be a noteworthy feature for him in the future.